Welcome back to another episode of the Stop and Pop. And today, I want to talk about the resurgence of the Knicks and how it seems like they are finally putting it together. They're playing really good basketball. They seem to be having like a direction that they're going in, and it gives us Knicks fans actual hope that we can actually do something now because over these years we've been like, to be quite blunt with it, we suck. So for us to actually be good now and actually have something to look forward to and have players who are actually good and contribute to winning, it means so much for not only for New York but just for basketball. The Knicks being good feels good. You know what I'm saying? Having the Knicks be a perennial winning team, it means a lot. But also, it's a good thing as well because the Nets are really good as well. So, for both New York teams to be having good seasons, it's been it's been a pretty fun season to say the least. So right now, currently the Knicks are seventh place with 27 wins, 24 losses. No, three games over 500. So not too bad so far. And I want to say this: Jalen Brunson, he is worth every penny. And I was public about saying I don't know if he's worth the money, worth the. How can I put this? I wasn't doubting Jalen Brunson's skill because I know he's good. Like I knew he was really good. I was just skeptical about the 100 million, and I'm, for me personally, it's like, all right, if you're $100 million player, I would think you have to prove yourself a little more than Jalen Brunson has. Jalen Brunson he's a good player. He's excelling in this role. He's played good in Dallas, but he's still young, and I just felt like we didn't see enough of him to give him that big of a contract, and that was my personal belief. But he's showing that he's worth the contract, so I'm very happy about that. I'm super proud to be witnessing this reemergence of the Knicks, and also Julius Randle. I remember when the Knicks fans were trying to boo Julius Randle, and they still are. Like if you go on Twitter, you'll see Knicks fans saying, "Oh, we need to trade Randle, and we need to do this, we need to do that." We can't, as a fan base, you can't boo your stars and have them feel like they're not wanted, and then you get mad at the player when they retaliate against the fans and say something back. It's like if you want a star to be there, you should treat the star as such. You should treat them like you want them to be there. It's simple. It's simple logic, and I don't understand why this is such a big deal, and like it seems like it's just so irrational for people to understand. Randall's a good player. I always felt like he's been a good player. He's a good 2010 guy. Yes, last year it was a lot of ups and downs, but the whole team was struggling. So to put it just on Randall, yes, I get he's the star player, but you also have to understand like the situation he was thrown in. He was asked to do a lot for his team. He was asked to essentially be the point guard because we didn't have a point guard last year. Derrick Rose out most of the year. Quickly is more of a scorer, a spark plug off the bench, and we was playing Alec Burke at point guard, who's never played point guard in the NBA. So for Randall to do that, he has to create offense for the whole team. He has to create offense for himself. He has to play defense. He has to be a leader. He has to deal with the New York media. It was a lot to put on him. So I'm just happy that we actually have a point guard now who can actually run the offense and let Randall kind of take a somewhat of a back seat in that perspective, where Jalen Brunson is the primary ball handler and he can control the offense, and Randall can take a step back. Sometimes he can control the offense still. So I'm really happy about that. But Knicks fans, we can't boo the stars. That's not how things should work. That's not how we should treat our stars. If we want to get stars, treat our stars like they're stars. Simple as that. Make them feel like they want to be they're wanted here. Now let me talk about RJ Barrett. I've been I've been very up and down on my opinion about RJ Barrett. I was defending him before, and then I was more like, he doesn't seem to be getting better, but it's like I'm still trying to figure out what type of player RJ is going to be. Like I feel like he's still trying to figure out what he wants to be in this league, what he's trying to be. And I would say his decisive skill is a slasher. He's made improvements as a shooter, but I feel like he's a slasher, and I feel like he should focus more on that, and maybe he'll excel more in that role. But that doesn't change my opinion that we should have traded him for Donovan Mitchell. A lot of people saying they didn't want to do that, but the way Donovan Mitchell is playing this season shows I was right about that. We should have traded RJ Barrett for Donovan Mitchell, and if we had to give up quickly or Obi, whatever the case may be, I'll have been all for it. Donovan Mitchell is a superstar talent, but what's done is done. Can't change the past. We work with what we got, and we keep moving forward. I do like that quickly is getting extended minutes now. I do like he's starting to be more consistent with his shots and his aggressiveness. And I do feel like Tibbs is starting to give him the opportunity to be kind of like the sixth man on this team. And I'm not sure if it's a result of having to bench Rose and give quickly those minutes, but in my opinion, I feel like Rose should be playing as a stabilizer, and McBride is he he's young. He still has a lot to develop. I just feel like Rose should be getting no more minutes instead of McBride, and McBride's playing good in the G League. Yes, I understand that, but it doesn't seem like it's been translating into the NBA so far. Um, as far as Reddish and Evan Fournier goes, I mean, I thought they would have extended roles on this team, but I guess the team thought otherwise and feel like they'll be better playing the other guys. And I love Quentin Grimes, so I'm all for Quentin Grimes getting these minutes. I feel like he's a really good player. He's a good like Swiss Army knife type of player that the Knicks need. He can defend, he can shoot, he can pass, he can do a lot of things for this basketball team. So I like that he's getting these minutes. And I know a lot of people don't like Tibbs in this organization fan base, but I do feel like Tibbs is a good coach. I do feel like Tibbs, if he's not the right coach for them, he is, how can I put this? If he's not the right head coach, I feel like he could be like an assistant head coach for this team. Like I feel like this team does need Tibbs in some way. If like it could be a head coaching position, it could be a assistant coach, it could be an associate coach, kind of like a defensive coordinator type of thing. If they decide to go in a different direction, I feel like Tibbs should still be with the team. And I just feel like with the way Tibbs has had them playing these last 3 seasons, we should be more appreciative of Thibodeau being here because the Knicks haven't been this good in a long time. So for us to bash the coach that has got us in this position, for us to be actually winning games, we should give him no more praise. We should be giving him no more thank you. Not saying thank you, but like we should be appreciative that this guy is here coaching this team to these wins. Because be honest with you, this team is okay, but they might be a bit of a overachievers. I want to say because the talent, it's the talent is there, but it's not all the way there. But I feel like this Knicks team could do some things. They can make some noise, which they have. They've beaten the Celtics in a thrilling overtime game off an RJ game winner. And hopefully they can make some moves by the trade deadline, get some more help here, and, you know, reassure our roster spots. And then from there we can make some moves.